Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Practically Creative with Melissa. Of course, I'm Melissa, and it's my birthday, so wish me a happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Thank
birthday.
you. I'm joined today by Laurie from Sherlock Sews and Sylvia from You and Me FPP. Love having guests whenever we do these creator catch ups. And I'm going to start today with Laurie. Let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about what you've been working on.
Hi, I'm Laurie, Sherlock Sews. I am working on a 10-minute table runner for my child.
Oh, pretty fabric.
I
I like
got
that
this.
fabric.
Is that
And
new or something you had in your stash? Whose
oh
house
no,
is that one?
I've had it in my stash. And then here's the other one.
Ooh, I like it.
And then I'm working on a small 10-minute table runner for the bathroom toilet tank. And it's a Christmas theme. That's almost done sewing that. I'll pull it. It's almost done. I don't know if can you see it.
I've made
Yeah.
this before, but I didn't know you could make them that small and it would still work out.
Yeah, I I'm hoping it turns out.
You'll have to show pictures.
Yeah, I just guessed at the numbers.
Okay, and my other guest today is Sylvia from You and Me FPP. And I see Sylvia has what looks like new glasses on. Did you get eyes finally?
Yes, I've got eyes. Yay, I can see. I can see
Beautiful,
my sewing machine.
So that
beautiful
means you can
glasses.
sew now.
I can sew now. Sew now. Yeah.
And what have you been working
I've
on?
been sewing this morning because I've been like so excited because I can see what I'm doing.
Well,
It's a great
yeah.
big huge smile. That's so my sew. I can see my sewing machine smile.
I'm still doing hand sewing as well in the evening when I'm sat in front of the telly. But yeah, I am still. Um, but I can get to my machine, so that's really exciting.
Well, I know you were doing 4-inch blocks when you with
Yeah,
hand
I'm still
sewing.
doing them.
Are you doing them on the machine? Oh, you are so talented at that.
Yeah, she is.
No, this is so the trouble is it because it's all hand sewn. It's not big enough to go in me hoop. It's pulling. But I think it'll still measure 4 inches when it's done, so it'll be all right.
That
So
that one's
That's
hand
pretty.
sewn. Are you doing the same on your machine?
I haven't tried one on the machine yet, but I might give it a go. But I've we've already the next swap starts in November, but I've already got 30 people that want to swap, so I'm prepared. Look, that's how many I've done so far. That and that one.
I
So
think that's good.
You're
I like
quick
the
at that.
vibes too.
Yeah, you're
so
awful
I'm
quick at
I'm
that.
working. Yeah, so I'm working on them, and then still working on my Halloween. So I've got my little kooky
That's
kitten,
cute. That
I
is so
love those.
cute.
my spooky kooky kitten, and then I've got no more stuffing at the moment, but um, I've done this one today this morning on the machine to see how it worked on the machine.
Oh, gorgeous.
Now, is
So I've just
I
got
hold on, hold that up there for a second. I want to put you on feature here so we can all see that up close.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, I
so
like
I've done so it's it's just tight zigzag, and then that's like a blanket type stitch around the edge, and I've got the bottom to sew up, and I've got my gap for my
Okay.
stuffing in the side. Um,
that. Is that
so and then
regular
I've got
fabric or felted fabric?
sorry,
Is that regular or felt fabric?
felt, and then I've got this one with the crows on that
Oh,
I've
cute.
Now, are you
I'm doing.
copying somebody's pattern or are you like jumping off from somebody else's
It's
pattern?
no, it's a free pattern from called Kooky Creatures. She lives in the UK. She's on YouTube, and it's a free pattern, or you can donate to a no, I can't remember what it is. Some link tree thing that she's got that you can get the pattern from.
Oh, I was
Oh,
going to
okay.
ask if we could have the link to that pattern so we could put it in the description.
I can put the link in. Yeah,
Awesome.
for where to get it from.
Oh, that's
So,
those
so
are
I've
So
done,
cute.
and then I'm doing my little cups to put the sweets in for the little ones. I've started to do. I'm doing this one on the machine. I started to zigzag around the bottom, but it got round to sort of that bit, and I couldn't get my machine to get under it. So I'm going to have to finish that bit by hand. And then I started playing with bigger sweet bags.
oh, that's cute.
That is adorable. I was wondering if she was making Halloween masks now. I like that.
Hey, you're a busy beaver.
And then I've got another one cut out of my cat, ready with a pumpkin to go on it.
Laurie, you feel like a slacker yet?
Yeah, I have been a slacker.
So that's what I'm working. There's my pattern for my stall.
Now that was just sent me. I'm gonna play with that.
So that's what I'm working on.
Yep, I'm definitely a slacker.
Compared to Sylvia, I think everybody is. And everything she's gotten done. And that was just since like, what, yesterday, the day before.
Right.
And I'm still over here.
These ones were hand stitched, you see, so because they were what I was hand stitching but I just thought I'd try one on the machine today. So, and it came out all right, I think, the machine one.
Yeah, they came out okay. I like it. I'm just amazed that you can hold a needle for that length of time.
Yeah, Laurie's my RA sister over there. She has hand problems too.
Yeah, that's my needle because that's the size of the eye I've had to use so that I could see it.
Well, yeah, just to hold that little needle is just amazing to me.
You can fillet fish with it.
So I thought I might. I've been and got some more black and white felt this morning. So, and I picked up some Christmas.
Oh, that's cute. Little gingerbread houses.
3 fat quarters, £1 each.
$1.
They're not bad.
That's $2 for us, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were on a sale. So yeah.
I'm impressed.
So, and what's Melissa working on?
I am still working on my jelly roll quilt. I'm just sewing and sewing and sewing. I did it on my live last night. I was like, nobody wants to watch me continue to sew this jelly roll. But I want to finish this one because the next part of it that I'm doing, I'm going to do on my serger.
Oh, there you go.
That would be way more interesting for people than watching me sew this.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
Yeah, well, I've done it before and I thought, well, let me show people how to do it because it's so much faster.
All right.
I mean, you could, like I was talking on the live last night, Jenny Doan just grabs hers and pulls it out, leans back in her chair, and it just rolls right through it that 1/4 inch on a machine. I'm not that talented.
Does she do the serger too?
No, I've never seen her use a serger to make a jelly roll.
No, I've never seen it. She just uses a machine, doesn't she?
Right. So I was thinking, well, I tried it last night on the live and I still had to keep fiddling with it and adjusting. But I know that I can do that on my serger. So my serger is over here to my left behind the design wall. So I thought maybe I'd record that later on and give you my tips and tricks for how to do that easily.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And the serger's so much faster, so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
A thread like I love to do.
Are you gonna drop the blade on the serger when you do it?
Maybe, maybe not. It just depends.
Oh,
I may leave it up because on this jelly roll quilt, I have discovered that this fabric here, which is, let's see if I can get it up closer to the camera.
That is cute fabric, though.
It is gorgeous fabric, isn't it? But one of these whites has a tendency to shred right along this edge.
Oh.
See, there's a thread coming off.
Right.
So I may leave the blade on just to be able to cut those threads off as I go.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. But this one, and it's a great time to do this because I've got 2 pieces made out of the same fabric.
Right,
So
right,
you'll be able to see if there's any difference between the two.
right, right,
But one thing that's great about it is that you don't end up with all of these seams that you need to turn different directions so much.
right, right.
It just, cuts out the edges so they're sealed, and it's not quite as bulky. So, and these two are going together into one quilt because I'm making a twin size for my friend.
Right, right.
So this will be a great time to be able to like put them both up and say, okay, this is what the back of the sewn version looks like, and this is what the back of the serger version looks like.
Now,
You
with
know,
your
I'd have thought that the serger would have been more bulky.
I don't think so, because
Mm.
with the I mean, it has more thread in it, but it also is sealed along this edge, so you don't have to worry about shredding threads in it coming off of here.
Mm.
And I think it lays better
okay,
because you don't
okay,
have to sit and try to iron it down. The way a serger makes a seam, in my opinion, gives it a nicer finish on the front.
Mm.
okay, okay.
So, at least for this.
Right,
Maybe
right,
not for
right.
everything, but for this, I think it does. So
Mm.
that's
Okay,
what I'm working on.
interesting.
Yeah.
But it will
Yeah.
be done.
That's interesting. That's for sure.
Have you ever done a jelly roll one, Laurie?
Nope, never done it.
Yeah, I've done a couple.
Laurie's quilt.
But when it was like fighting the ends to find, going through to find the ends to fight the ends, and then making sure that you hadn't got it twisted as you put it together.
Well,
Huh.
have you watched my live from last night yet, Sylvia?
Not yet, no.
I like to take, like the closest end that I'm working on and pin it to something or clip it to something so that I know where it's at. Let me change cameras and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There we are over here. So I'm working on this one and I just started on the next row. Turn this on so I can pull this up out of here. Thank you. But once I get, the two rows sewn together, and I'll take out those couple of stitches there, I will take and whichever end that I have in my hand, I'll clip over here to something like I'm clipping it to my scrap bag here or my thread bag.
Okay.
And then clip over there. You did it fine last night. And then I'll just dig through this and the pile of the fabric until I find the other end. And I don't worry about going through that whole long thing. I just pull through or pull it out.
Okay.
And then I put my two ends together. And I'm not worried about whether I've got it twisted. That was one of the things I talked about in the live last night. But I just make sure that I put them together so that, everything's basically lined up. And you don't have to be crazy about this. You just put it there. And then you start sewing your next 1/4 inch. Because if you get all the way down to the bottom and you do have a twist, you just pull it out straight and cut it and keep sewing.
Oh,
That's all you do. You don't have to, because the first time I did a jelly roll, and I talked about this last night, first time I did a jelly roll, I went through all that long. It's 1,600 inches long when you do that first row.
Yeah.
And I went through and made sure that everything was turned the right way and facing each other and ironed it and drove myself insane trying to be perfect. And when you get down to the end of this, it doesn't matter anyway. And I'm just going to put a couple of stitches in there. So, and all I'm doing with that, because I'm not, going to sew on it right now today, but I'm just going to start it so that it's ready to go. And the reason I have it up on the table is so it doesn't have drag.
so you measure, so you measure a certain amount of length
on
for
the very first row.
Okay.
Like when you're getting ready to sew the first and the second piece together.
Right, right.
You just take, and everything I've ever read says do half. So you take the first strip of your jelly roll that you're going to add to it. You cut it in half and move it to your scrap bin. Don't throw it away.
Oh,
But
okay.
cut that first one in half. And what that does is like if like me, you're putting in the little squares in between,
Okay. Okay.
it staggers them so that all the
Mm.
squares don't end up in the same place.
Oh, okay.
And so that there's movement between the jelly roll strips. So if you do happen to, it will happen. I don't care who you are, it's going to happen. If you do happen to have two of the same fabric that end up beside each other, then they don't
Oh,
end up lined up beside each
Yeah.
other.
right.
It'll
Well,
stagger it out. See?
it would have to happen because of the way you keep sewing it.
Right. But you need to cut out part of that first strip in order
Right.
to make sure that that happens. I'll
Okay.
switch back
Okay.
over here.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, I probably
I might do that in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, it's easy. They're actually pretty fast. I watched a British sewer, Valerie Nesbitt. Sylvia may know her. Excuse me. And she talked about a 40-minute jelly roll race quilt. And she
Mm.
didn't put the little squares in. She just cut that first strip short and
Right.
then did it. And it literally took her 40 minutes on the sewing machine. I
Yeah.
can do, if I sit and just sew, I can do it in about an hour, counting bobbin changes in, because you need like 2 or 3 bobbins to do this.
Right.
But I could do it in about an hour. I'm not as fast as Valerie. I may be as fast with the serger, but I'm not with the sewing machine.
Right. Well,
With a
surgery.
serger, you don't have to change bobbins and do all that stuff either.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, with surgery, you don't have to change those bobbins.
You're going to get up close and personal on those 10-minute table runners and maybe share some
Yeah.
measurements with us.
Yeah, I can measure it. I wrote the one down. It's over there though, the small one, but I can. I'm almost done with the first the tester piece, the tester small piece.
I'm going to put you on the spotlight. Show us your tester piece.
Oh, it's not finished yet. I
That's
just
okay.
got a
We
couple.
like unfinished. We can imagine.
It's about that size, enough to go on the toilet, the tank, I guess, and then it's just a couple of Christmas. Uh,
Well, I wasn't wanting to make you take it apart. I'm sorry.
no, it's just a couple of pins. That's what the fabric looks like.
That's cute.
Yeah, I just had a couple of scraps of it, so I figured out, it's a good tester piece. But the big one, it's for fall, Halloween fall type thing. I don't have any spooky stuff,
But do you think you'll
but
finish the tester before the others?
oh yeah, I always test before I do the others.
I
And then what I
love
did, I put batting behind it,
behind the whole thing or just at the ends.
just the middle part, the
Okay.
novelty fabric, and I just tacked it down because it's so small. I don't think it needed to be quilted, so that I'll just tack the other ones down too.
I'm really liking that. So when you finish it, would you send us a picture of it? Maybe I'll include it in the thumbnail for the video.
Oh, definitely. I'm almost done with it. It's just a couple of more seams, and yeah, that's it. It's just a few seams. I think 3 or 4 seams. I say three seams. Plus, you gotta iron it.
Well, yeah, but ironing's the part that makes it look so fluffy and pretty.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it so much if I'm ironing a finished piece. I'm not big on wanting to iron every single seam unless it absolutely is necessary.
Exactly.
I'm going to take the spotlight off of you.
Mm.
Well, that seems like everybody's got a lot of projects going. Sylvia's just making the rest of us look like we're doing nothing, as usual.
Yeah.
Just
Well, when the kids ask me for stuff, I'll do it. If I got it. And I got the time. So
Yeah.
stuff.
I've just sorted a costume out for a dance thing. Which is doing the Artful Dodger from Oliver Twist.
oh, okay.
So I've just had to sort the costume out for that because the waistcoat was way too big, and she hadn't got a cravat to go. So luckily, I'd got some a red checky fabric that I made a cravat out of. So I did that on Sunday. That was Sunday's
Right.
mission. But the other dress, that blue one that I showed the pattern of, I just don't think I'm going to get it small enough by altering the pattern. It's just too big. So we're trying to.
We've been director wanted in silk.
Yeah.
Who makes like anything in silk for a child?
Well, it's because it's dance, isn't it?
Yeah, but
satiny.
Not cotton would be so much more sturdy for that.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about polyester instead of satin?
Well, and I mean, polyester or satin would be better than a silky fabric.
Yeah.
But even satin, sewing satin's not great, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, my thing about it is, you know, for a costume that's probably going to be thrown on and off very quickly by kids who don't care. Most of them don't understand that, you know, home sewn things sometimes need a little more care than the shop bought stuff. As Sylvia would say, I just can't imagine satin or silk would last very long as a costume.
The pattern. Oh, let me get the pattern. That's the pattern.
Yeah, that's cute, but it should be cotton, I think.
Well,
is that made for adults?
That's an adult one. It's an adult one, and it's adult size. I presume that's Europe. Well, European. It's a 29. It's a third.
Little stuff, Sylvia.
I know. I'm still lifting it up. A 30-inch bust. Well, she's only a 25, so I've got to lose 4 inches off it. But we found one by looking for a Victorian bathing outfit.
Right.
But it was in red. They don't do it in blue. It was a children's fancy dress, but then if you dye it, the white's going to go blue, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
can the director take artistic liberty and use red instead of blue?
Well, it's to do with Mary Poppins Returns, so, and she's blue apparently.
Huh.
Oh well, I tried.
Yeah, I know. Drives me crackers because it's me that ends up having to either make it or try and see if we can find it somewhere.
Is there a costume shop, maybe?
Well, the fancy dress costume one that I looked at was they only got red. All the Amazon's only got red. If you look for a child's Victorian bathing suit fancy dress, they're all red, not in blue.
Jeez.
Yeah, I could see self-drafting that, but I couldn't see sewing it in silk. And Sylvia's not, you're an amazing sewer, but you said that you're not used to doing pattern drafting or anything. I would literally probably order the red one and paper trace it onto paper.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
Or take the red one apart and use it as a pattern.
Yeah, I've said that to daughter that might be the only other option is to.
Yeah.
But I mean, then that's £10 that you've spent on the red one to take it to pieces to get the pattern. Then you've got to buy the blue and the white fabric to put it. You know.
Costume,
yeah. You know, it's just like. I mean, these costumes are so expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that we bought her the one that she was doing before, which was Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. And we bought her that costume because I found it on Amazon and we bought it. And I think it was about £12 when we bought it, this costume.
Right.
Well, she's finished with that now. So even though the costume still fits her, she's not doing that dance anymore. So that costume's just like sat there now.
Now, doesn't the dance studio have a place for you to go for these costumes?
No.
Because I know my
And no,
daughter,
grandma's sewing them up for her.
yeah, because
Yeah.
my daughter, they had specific places for them to go to get these costumes.
Yeah.
You know,
But
When
then
I was in choir back in, the dark ages,
and that was
Then-
what
totally would have,
years ago. So
yeah.
Yeah,
then she had a she's got a blue stripy type costume, and that was in like a satin, and the teacher said, oh, it needs decorating with diamante crystals putting on it. Like,
yeah, no way. They need to start.
Grandad-
The teacher needs to do some of
Grandad
this.
did that job.
Are you,
Grandad stuck all them around it.
I mean, aren't these amateur productions? It's not like you're doing the East End or something, right?
I know. But there you go.
And the instructor is not helping you guys out at all
No.
with this sewing.
No.
Wow.
Even high school drama departments usually have somebody on staff that can sew or help with costume stuff.
Yeah.
They may not do all of it, but they would do things like embellish it with those little diamond
Yeah.
things or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well. Yeah. Well, these are competition dances, so she's. But then that's all she does.
Everybody out here, if you know where Sylvia could get a blue version of the Victorian bathing costume, hold that up again for me, please. Would you please leave a comment and a link if you have it for Sylvia so that she can find this for her granddaughter's dance recital, right?
Thank you.
You're very
Fingers
welcome.
crossed.
And hopefully we'll find one for you that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start wrapping up here. Laurie isn't officially doing a channel yet, but she's joining in our creator catch-ups, and we appreciate her being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're always welcome. And Sylvia is knocking on 870. Come on, guys. You know you love everything Sylvia does. Just subscribe already. We're trying to get her to that 1,000 mark because she can't make any money from YouTube until she does hit 1,000. And even then, it's still going to be an uphill struggle. But we all love Sylvia. We don't want her to get discouraged. Go sub to Miss Sylvia and, show her that you love her. So, and I'm knocking on 3,000, which is awesome. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. So I am just amazed that anybody wants to hear anything I've got to say.
Well, congratulations on your numbers.
And congratulations on your birthday.
Yep. She's 19 now.
Yeah, I sure didn't think I was ever going to get to this number. I was like, wow.
It does. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, that happened.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You wonder how you got that far, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
You do wonder how you got that far.
I do wonder how I got that. I was 8 and I was sitting there underneath our house because we lived in a mobile home and it had like 8 feet underneath it. And I was figuring out how old I'd be in 2000 and, all that. But I certainly never figured all the way up to 2023. I thought I was going to be old in 2000. It's going to be like 30. Oh my God, how old. And now I'm almost twice that. So, yeah, it's stunning. So I'm going to let you.
I'm well over that.
Today is officially 57.
You're still young. You're still young.
Some days with arthritis, I debate that.
But I can give you 10 years.
Do what, Sylvia?
I can give you 10 years.
Ah, okay.
You look great. You look great, Sylvia and Melissa. So you're around my husband's age.
Every time you tell me, I'm like, really?
You're around
Um,
my husband's age, Sylvia.
Oh, thank you.
we're all just getting started. That's all.
Exactly.
All right. So do you ladies want to say goodbye and then we'll wrap this up?
Okay. Well,
Bye.
bye. Have a great day.
Bye, guys. We enjoyed having you here. Thank you very much for watching.